Wonderful. Hmm. I'm from Munich. So yeah. Okay. I think we can get started. I'm here today to represent the nations for you. We are an on-campus organization. We are very closely working together with the ISSS, who had all these previous orientations with you. Um, Yeah, we're a little bit different than all the other organizations presenting today because we're not affiliated with any country or religion specifically. We want to support everybody. That's our goal. And so we basically provide a safe haven kind of for you to make friends with seniors, so older students from your country, um, but also with students here from the US. Yeah, we're trying to get this intercultural exchange going. So every country has in the nations a representative, and this representative, you can ask them any questions um, if you want to know something about school, but also about the country, the religion, the culture, the food, whatever. And yeah, that's it basically. My purpose here is to answer all your questions. I wasn't in your shoes one year, one half a year, 1.5 years ago. Um, so I know that's probably a little bit overwhelming right now for you. I promise you it's gonna be all right. Everything's gonna be okay. And yeah, just shoot in the chat what questions you have, and we'll see where we're going from there. It can be any question about like school, about the nations, about how to get here, very basic things. What are the professors like? The professors are one of the reasons I came here to USM. So it's a relatively small university, meaning the student to faculty ratio is relatively low. So there are many professors who, like all of my professors, know my name. I talk to them like they would be friends, kind of. You will see that the structures here are very not hierarchical. Maybe you know that from home. I was used to very hierarchical structures from Germany. That's not the case here. So the professors want to help you. The professors are really interested in your success, and if you don't understand anything, you get tutoring and everything. You have all the resources you need, and it's awesome. It's really good. Right. Yeah. I apply for several schools here in the U.S. and I multiple of them like sent me a letter of acceptance, and I actively decided to go here. One of the reasons were the professors. Yeah. Any other questions? How many are here in this chat room? I can see that. Hmm. Do we have the option to change majors? Yes, of course. You can change majors. You can add a minor. A friend of mine, he has three majors and one minor. So there's like no limit to the top. You can do as much as you want if you find the time. That's also one of the you will find that college in the US is structured differently, kind of. Back in Germany, I don't know how that is in your countries, but bachelor's in Germany takes 3 years normally. Here in the US, it's 4. So for most of the majors. Um, the idea behind that is to be able to have a life, a social life next to college, to build up your CV basically, to join associations, to do CPT, OPT. That's later after your graduation, but like you can do practica and all that kind of stuff. You can do research with professors. So that's a big difference. Uh, is it easy to get research opportunities? Right. That's kind of what I started with. Um, yes and no. The resources are all available to you, um, but you have actively to like email professors, go to a professor and be like, hey, this is my CV. Would you like to do research with me? I'm very interested in this and that project you're doing. And then it's very easy to get in, um, or to not only to do research, but to do like your own research, but to help professors do their research. That is another big point. Um, should I purchase a phone contract or a prepaid? Okay, I do not know what you were told about phones. I did a lot of research about phones coming here and the time being here, because contracts are very expensive. Um, I have friends who had like AT&T contracts, who pay like $100 plus per month. Yeah, no. I'm paying 15 with my phone contract. I can put that in the chat. Mint Mobile. That's a company. Um, they are awesome. The coverage is great here on campus, and so that's a company. It's $15 per month for the I think the lowest contract. So yeah, I suggest taking Mint Mobile. They have another good thing about Mint Mobile. They have eSIMs and physical SIMs. So meaning you can purchase the contract online in your home country. If your device is featuring eSIMs, then you can install the eSIM on your phone, come to the US, and the moment you leave the airplane, you have basically a US phone contract. That helped me a lot. That was really good. Um, what is the max? Right, but it is important. Some phones do not um, have eSIMs or feature them. What is the max number of courses you can take in a semester? So the maximum is 20 credit hours. It's I will say most courses have like 3 credit hours. There are some which are 1. There are some which are 5. So it depends really. You have this limit of 20 credit hours. And even that, I think if you have proof that I don't know, I have a GPA of 4.0 and I'm bored and I'm taking 20 credit hours, then I'm sure that there are ways to bump that up. Um, right. Do you recommend living on campus or off? And if on campus, which hall? Okay. First of all, you're required to live on campus the first semester, I think. Um, there's a possibility to get an exemption for this, but I would not recommend it. Um, living on campus, sharing a room with one person, at least for one semester, will first of all make you make friends and speak English. So if you live on campus, chances are high that you have like an apartment together with two or three people from your country, maybe, because you feel like, hey, we're going all to USM. Let's share a private apartment, and then you will speak in your native language. Being here on campus after 1 2 months, English was my English was much better. So I recommend living on campus, kind of, for the first time being here. Um, Dorms that I recommend. So I'm living in Hillcrest. That has simply um, the reason that Hillcrest is the only. I'm having a single room right now, so upperclassmen have the chance to take a single room. That's what I did. Um, I like that. So I'm not sharing with anybody. Um, I took Hillcrest because it's the only affordable kind of single room for men. Women have other dorms, like the equivalent to Hillcrest for men would be Wilbur Hall for girls. Um, but the reason I'm here and not took a private apartment with some friends in this stage of upperclassmen um, is because I'm a DA right now and I'm applying for RA next semester. And RAs have free housing and a free meal plan, which is just it's awesome. So yeah, that's kind of the route I'm taking right now. Um, Lastly, only Hillcrest is available right now. So what do you think about this whole? Right, I'm living in Hillcrest. It's totally sufficient. It's not a Beverly Hills hotel. It's not a Ritz Carlton, but you I think nobody's expecting that. Um, it's a typical college dorm room, like you know them from the movies, and I enjoy it being here. Right. Next question. By the way, if I did not answer your question fully, or you have any follow-up questions, don't hesitate. Just shoot it in the chat. Any possibility for late arrival for international students? No. I'm really sorry. Being mentor last semester, this question came up a lot. Um, Simply because of orientation and the health checkup. These are the main 2 points which prevent you from being able to arrive late, even only a couple of days. Um, it's just you need the check-in with ISSS, you need the health checkup, and you need the this how's it called? This first meeting um, to be able to start with your classes. And so yeah, next thing. Thanks for what's the food like in dining halls? Right. So I don't know what you were told about meal plans. We have they're like there's this one side of the meal plan which is swipes basically. So your student ID will give you access to this one main dining hall, which is called Fresh, the Fresh Food Company. Um, so you swipe there basically, and what I recommend doing is getting the unlimited swipe plan. I'm having that plan um, for the first semester at least to see how much you need. And so basically, you can come as often as you want per day, eat whatever you want. It's all you can eat. Um, the other side of the meal plan are so-called dining dollars, which is basically money, US dollars, but they are bound to this meal plan. So I think it's either 150 or 200 dollars, and then you can spend these dining dollars. They come with the meal plan automatically, and you can spend them on any other on-campus dining facilities. We have a Subway, we have Chick-fil-A. You probably don't know Chick-fil-A. It's a southern U.S. thing. We have a Starbucks. We have a sushi place. We have with pretty good ramen noodles. Um, so yeah, so the swipes are just for the fresh food company, and the dining dollars are for the rest. That's for that. How is the food? The food at the Fresh is it's dining hall food, kind of. Um, it's one of the things I'm missing is the food from home. So it's every day there's something new, sure, but at some point I miss some vegetables, some like green stuff from home, which is just not available here. And also buying that stuff in Walmart and like doing it yourself um, is pretty expensive. So it's a US problem and the problem of the countryside of the US, um, not of this university. So you will have that issue everywhere, basically. Wait, what was the last question I answered? Food dining halls. Right, I think I answered that question. Is it possible to enhance the excellence scholarship amount based on achieving a higher GPA, such as right? Um, Academic excellence scholarship. So I have that scholarship. I had like a 3.9 GPA, something like that. The thing I could do to enhance it was write the SAT exam, um, which you probably do anyway. Um, so high SAT score is very helpful. High GPA is very helpful, and academic excellence is, I think, also holistically. So if you have a very strong CV, that's pretty helpful. So if you were part of any societies or in your clubs in high school, if you were had extracurricular activities, if you're very sporty, stuff like that, that these can be helpful. Um, can one easily find halal food? So we have, sorry, we have a bigger, like the community of people eating halal food is increasing. So there are places to get halal food, but they are probably increasing even the next couple of semesters because that issue is actively tackled by university representatives. Like um, as like member of the board for the nations, I was there are like university meetings where there are like committees of people from the university meeting student organization leaders, and together we kind of yeah, make sure that everybody feels good at this university. And in the last meeting, that was a big issue. Halal food. We will take care of that even more. Um, does USM have summer intake 2024 for masters in computer programming? Good question. Um, I would not know any reason why not, but I think that's a question you should ask Ms. Leah or somebody else from the ISSS. But I don't. Summer intake. Ah, okay. So you want to start your studies in the summer semester? Do you want to? Because maybe for the others who don't know that, USM is, or college in the US generally, is structured in trimesters, not semesters. So we have basically a spring part, then the summer, and then the fall, and that's the whole year. So I think if I read that question correctly, you want to start in the summer, right? Could you put that in the chat, please, if that's your plan? I want. Oh, okay. Okay, I get it. Um, so you can, as an international student starting in the summer is not possible, in my opinion. I'm sorry for what I said before, just erase that from your memory. Um, I just overread that summer thing. We have orientation, a new student orientation for internationals in the spring and in the fall. And if you can't make it to the one in spring, you will automatically be deferred to the one in fall. So that's basically the situation. That's my stand of things. But as I said before, please text Miss Leah, write her an email. Um, to land before orientation day, you should be here before orientation day. Like you will receive a timeline from ISSS, and the timeline will have the day of arrival before orientation day, definitely, because orientation is in person at here on campus. As current student at USM, should I choose to retake the SAT with the aim? Okay, um, there are two problems with. Okay, first of all, you can take the SAT as often as you want, basically. So that can be helpful. However, um, these, I think, right, scholarship. These scholarships are given out at the beginning of your college career. Once you have USM credits, credit hours, and the according grades, you will not be considered for any of those freshman scholarships anymore. Um, there is a scholarship portal, the GO portal, which you can write your application and then you automatically will be considered for many scholarships and grants. It's mostly kind of grants, so not a regular payment, but like you will receive once $2,000, $3,000 for being this, and that. And for these kind of scholarships, you don't need an SAT. So the scholarships um, which the SAT is helpful for to increase your chances of getting chosen are not are only freshman scholarships. So you won't have the chance to retake the SAT while being a student at USM. I mean, technically you have the chance, but it won't help you for scholarships. Sure. Any other questions or follow-up questions? Any Instagram page? For the nations? Sure. Wait a second, let me check. Um, which bank account do you suggest for an international student? Okay. Oh, it, yeah, I had to do a lot of research on that one too. Um, because of international students normally do not only need a bank account, but also a way to exchange money from the currency of your home country to US dollars cheaply. Because typically banks are charging a high fee for that. So for exchanging money, I have a Wise account, Wise Money. It's not a bank, but a money transferring institute, exchange institute. So that is like they have basically no fees for exchanging money. You can get probably Wise is in your home country too. So I would suggest getting an account, getting a Wise card in your home country already. Um, with that card, you can, like, the moment you step out of the airplane, you are on American soil. You can start spending money in US dollars from a card, which is very helpful because you're not like dependent on cash money. Um, Here in the US, people don't really often use cash. It's I paid with I remember that one purchase at Walmart. I paid like $60 in $20 bills, and they looked at the bills if they're fake money. Um, so it's yeah, cards are always very helpful. So I suggest Wise Money for transferring, and then to store money here in the US. There are two suggestions I would give. The first one is Cadence. Um, Cadence is very helpful for local banking things. Cadence is in walk distance from campus. It's basically at the corner of the campus. So you go there, get your money or deposit money, and it's less organizational issues with that. But if you want to travel in the US, then you will have a problem with Cadence because it's more a local southern bank. So taking money out of an ATM not in the Cadence system, they will charge a fee if you want to take cash money out of an ATM not here in the South. Then I would suggest Chase or Wells Fargo. They are here in Hattiesburg too. You will need an Uber ride to get there. You can walk. Um, Technically, you could walk, but it's over basically a highway. So I would not suggest walking there. You have to cross a highway, basically. Um, so these are the three options: Cadence, Chase, Wells Fargo. Um, I have Cadence and a Wise account, right? Um, there are no silly questions. But what about nightlife in Hattiesburg? Like parties and all. Okay, good question. Not a silly question. It's the South. It's the Bible Belt. They call it Bible Belt. Um, so in the city center, there's not that much going on for this reason. People are not really that much partying here, but on campus there are a lot of opportunities. So we have frat parties, we have all these international organizations who have parties on a regular basis. Um, USM is organizing things on a university scale. I'm also a member of SAA, Student Alumni Association, and I'm an ambassador there. So we are organizing a lot of fun activities. Yes. Right, the chat is enabled now, so I guess it's over. Thank you all very, very much for being here, asking me these questions. Again, don't worry. I know it's overwhelming right now. We will it will be better. One last thing. At 11, I think I was told that you have a next session, academic session. Please make sure to be back in the conference room at 11. Thank you.